All right, chapter 1, lesson 1, dealing with anxiety and depression. Let's first off, let's start off with understanding anxiety. Um, Kind of a hot topic right now in today's world is this a whole idea of anxiety, and the definition of it is the condition of feeling uneasy or worried about what may happen. A lot of people can't explain where their anxiety comes from necessarily. They just feel like they just are uneasy and are having a hard time, coming to grips with whatever the condition may be. Um, Anxiety is pretty normal. Everybody has apprehension. Everybody has these feelings of being uneasy about certain things, but um, usually when that stressful situation is over, so is the anxiety that's created. But you kind of know if there's a problem if, number one, the anxiety is so overwhelming that you find yourself not trying to do those necessary things, or if once the event is over, you're still having anxiety and not able to kind of get over it or move on with your daily things. Anxiety, can lead to depression, and that's kind of why this is in this grouping, just because you just have this hopeless feeling of not being able to overcome some of this stuff. And so the next few slides will deal with depression, and the next slide, in fact, is a video.
This film will show how depression affected 4 teenagers. They each had different experiences, but what they had in common is that each one was changed by depression. It took away their self-confidence, and while they were depressed, none of them were enjoying their lives. Depression can cause you to have low energy, lose interest in things you used to enjoy. It can make it hard to get along with people. When you're depressed, it can be difficult to concentrate, to be positive, or to express how you're thinking and feeling. You might get irritated easily or find yourself criticizing other people or yourself. Depression that has not been treated can affect different people in different ways. Some depressed people may use alcohol or illegal drugs as a way to deal with depression. Others may become suicidal. If you recognize any signs of depression in yourself or a friend, please follow the advice at the end of this film. Remember, depression is an illness. It can be treated to change a sad, colorless, unhappy life into one with energy and enjoyment.
So let's understand depression. Well, what is it? Basically, it's a prolonged feeling of helplessness, hopelessness, or sadness that sometimes is hard to explain why. There's three different types. There's major depression, there's mild depression, and then there's something called adjustment disorder. Major depression is that intense depression, which can last for sometimes weeks up to months. That's where people may become suicidal, but the depression seems to be intense and something that really inhibits what you can do on a daily basis. The mild depression, even though the symptoms are a little less severe, the issue with mild depression is that people sometimes can live with it for years on end, and it can go untreated. And sometimes it's just a matter of either an imbalance, chemical imbalance, or maybe it's something as we've talked about before, maybe being a vitamin D deficiency. There's been some linkage to vitamin D deficiency, but just it's that mild kind of melancholy feeling for this doesn't seem to go away. And then adjustment disorder is when there's a life event that it comes about that puts you into a depression or puts you into some type of feelings of hopelessness and sadness. And even though the event is gone, sometimes those feelings don't go away, and sometimes people just need some counseling or maybe some psychological help to be able to get them through that. Notice that down at the bottom there's a term called apathy, lack of strong feelings or interest or concern. And people who are apathetic just don't really seem to have much motivation. They're kind of okay with being depressed and not necessarily doing a whole lot And those are some signs that depression has set in.
Are you sleeping? It's the middle of the day. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Your teacher, she said you've been missing school. And when you do show up, you often seem unprepared. Lana, that's so unlike you. What's going on? You've always been such a good student. Lana, what's the matter? Baby, can you talk to me? You want to get up, come down, have something to eat with me?
Stop, just stop.
You know what? You need to snap out of it. Stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Sometimes parents don't know what to do or how to help when you're depressed. They may misread the situation and say or do things that aren't helpful. Usually it's out of concern or fear.
So, what are some warning signs of depression? They're listed on the screen there. Um, and these aren't necessarily, things that, just jump out at you all the time. Sometimes these are signs of other things as well. So, a lot of times, these depression symptoms are signs are something that that are in combination with one another. But obviously, if you start to see some of these signs in other people or in yourself, it may be a situation where you may want to talk to a trusted adult or talk to a counselor or a teacher at school to try to get some help with it.
Hey, Ray. Congrats on student council, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yo, Ray, what time's the game on Saturday?
9 a.m. away game.
Dude, I hear coach is going to start you.
Yeah, no, he told me. I've been trying to stay cool about it.
Man, that history exam's going to kill me tomorrow.
I know, I've been studying.
Yeah, like you got to worry.
Yeah, right.
Take my test from me, please. I'll let you, man.
All right, man.
City Hospital Mental Health Clinic.
Hi, yeah, my name is Ray, and I'm a junior at Willis High.
Hi, Ray. What's going on?
I'm calling because I can't stop worrying about things that I don't need to worry about. I don't know, I felt weird and like something was wrong. I decided that I needed to speak to someone.
So, what are some causes and effects of depression? Well, depression can be caused by quite a few different things, actually. Physical reasons, sometimes a medical condition, like we talked about, where possibly you're not receiving enough of those pleasurable chemicals in your brain that can cause you to slip into some sort of a depression. Could be psychological, such as some type of a traumatic event that has caused you to become depressed. They offer an example like surviving some type of traumatic event, like a car accident or whatnot. And then there's social reasons, like people who are living in extreme poverty, or who are in harmful environments like abusive situations, where they are, constantly feeling like, that there's no hope for them, and that they're destined to a life of poverty or destined to a life of abuse, can slip into the depression. So what you can see is sometimes as you see changes in thinking with these people that are suffering from depressions, they have self-destructive thoughts. Sometimes they're concentrating on something else and not allowing them to concentrate on some of the tasks at hand. They're making some pretty bad decisions. Typically, they're really apathetic. Again, that means that they are just feeling hopeless and not wanting to do a whole lot and not have a lot of motivations. But being sad or angry or irritable is also signs of depressions. And then also just, making some behavior changes like not eating as much, not sleeping. Some people overeat when they become depressed. Some people undereat. Hygiene habits, a lot of times they're withdrawing from social situations, so they may not be getting up and taking a shower every day or brushing their teeth and that kind of thing, which all can be signs of depression.
You're just gonna ditch me? And then they ditch me. They just ditch me. They leave me there, and I'm like, fine, I don't need you. Forget you guys. Go to hell.
And these guys are your friends?
Yeah. They don't get me. I mean, they can be total jerks sometimes. It's not just that. It's even at home, I feel like everyone's giving me a hard time, and I know I've been getting mad a lot, and I didn't used to be that way, and now I'm like that all the time, and it's just little things that make me lose it.
Well, why don't you tell me what has changed?
Jake easily loses his temper, especially if he's been drinking alcohol. His outbursts were causing his friends to turn away from him when he really wanted to be around them. Even though Jake knew drinking alcohol was illegal, he thought alcohol would make him feel better. But it didn't. It only made things worse. Losing your temper easily and more often, along with using alcohol to feel better, can be signs of depression.
So what do you need to do to get help? Well, first of all, please recognize the signs. And sometimes it's hard in yourself or in some friends that that you're really close to. But if you see that in yourself or friends, please discuss it with a trusted adult. I mean, the one thing you got to understand is depression is an extremely treatable illness. It's something that people suffer with, all the time, but also get treated all the time. And professionals can develop a depression treatment plan, which can include things like taking meds, maybe making some changes in your home or your school environment, and just counseling in general can help that as well. So, getting help for depression is really, really important, and do it early so that you can avoid, slipping into, like a really severe type of depression.
So there's this boy, Alex. These girls in my class, they found out I had a crush on him. Those girls, started sending me emails like it was from Alex. He liked me. It was so stupid. But I got those emails, and I really thought it was from him. So I wrote him stuff about myself. Personal stuff. And then I sent an email that was really personal. And then I sent a picture of myself. And those girls sent my email to everyone in school. Everyone knew about it. I started getting emails from everyone in school saying, "Did you really think Alex would like you?" How could I have believed it? Those girls, they made the whole thing up. There's no way I can go back to school. I just want to disappear.